serve us all. This is your post. Okay, this is federal land. This is your army. So ask them anything you want to ask. Ask what questions you have. They are here to kind of showcase. We've got a challenge in front of us, and that's recruiting the next generation. These young men and women all volunteer. We are all fortunate that they'll serve.
Right here we got the RWS, the remote weapon system. It's controlled by a joystick.
They are controlled by a computer sitting right here. That's usually my job. So from the outside, air sample is collected.
Handle to your left on the bottom. That's how you rotate it.
Like so you can.
Did you lock it?
Okay. Hey, what they don't tell you is we're going to sign you up right after this.
And now you're soldier.
I was living on Cleft, have a big head.
So how much does it weigh total? Wow, I don't know how you could ever run or even walk in this.
And the core mission statement and all those things. So he's the guy that answers all the hard questions. So as you're sitting there.
Our 1st Cavalry Division is here. 1st Army Division West, both of those are 2-star commands here on Fort Hood. Our 13th ESC, our Operational Test Command, and Brigadier General Taylor is here. The 3rd Security Force Assistant.
I am State Representative Brad Buckley, B-R-A-D, B-U-C-K-L-E-Y. Well, it's important for legislators and staff to understand the importance of Fort Hood, the importance that Fort Hood has on the state economy, the $24.5 billion impact that it has on the great state of Texas, the fact that it's the single largest single-site employer in the state of Texas, and not only that, but also the importance to our country and our safety and our freedoms, and its importance to the world and stability in the world. You know, the most important thing, this is a wonderful place. The static displays and the technology that's available are impressive, but the most impressive thing are the young soldiers that are dedicated to serving our country. They are an amazing group of individuals. They are so talented. They know their job, and I appreciate their service, and our country and our state is grateful to them for their service. I think it's important that everyone in the state of Texas understand the great impact that Fort Hood has on our state, and that it's up to our state to make certain that the communities that serve Fort Hood have the resources they need to make certain that the military value of Fort Hood is understood and is supported throughout the state of Texas.
Spell your last name? Yeah. I'm Colonel Miles B. Caggins III, Senior Spokesman for 3 Corps in Fort Hood. M-Y-L-E-S-C-A-G-G-I-N-S III. Today we welcome nearly 90 guests from the state capitol here at Fort Hood. This includes state senators, state representatives, and their professional staff members for a full day of orientation where they can interact with our soldiers and meet your Army. Here at Fort Hood, we have nearly 40,000 soldiers, and combined, our soldiers, their families, and all the logistics surrounding Fort Hood has a $24.5 billion economic impact. We're the largest employer in the state of Texas, and we want everybody in Texas to know that Fort Hood is the great place and that they should be proud of our soldiers. At this year's Legislators' Day, state representatives, state senators had an opportunity to spend time with soldiers, hand to hand, interacting, touching their rifles, trying on their body armor. They'll also get briefings from senior Fort Hood leaders to let them know what's happening around the world with 3 Corps. We think this is important. It's important for those who are making decisions in Austin to know the value that our soldiers bring to America. At Fort Hood, we always want to demystify what's behind the gate. America is welcome here. You should find out what your soldiers are doing. We want you to know how proud you should be of the patriots who put on this uniform every day. They're out here for you. Our Fort Hood soldiers right now are engaged and deployed all around the world, in the Middle East, in Europe, in Asia, and along the southern border. Fort Hood soldiers are ready to go for any mission that our nation needs.
Sure, Dawn Buckingham, D-A-W-N-B-U-C-K-I-N-G-H-A-M. I'm Senator for District 24 for Texas. You know, I love being at Fort Hood, and every time we come, we hear really compelling stories about the bravery and the true wonderful reasons why people decide to serve in the military. And it's great to be able to share that with so many of our legislative staff and as well as legislators to let them know how important Fort Hood is and what we can do as a state to best support it. You know, it's really an honor to represent such an amazing post. I love the men and women who serve here. And it's just an honor to be able to figure out how we can help them from the state perspective and how we can make the great place even greater.
Okay.
You know, God bless you, we support you, and we're looking forward to helping you, and thank you for all you do for our country.
Thanks.
My name is Emilia Ramirez, spelled E-M-I-L-I-A. I currently work at the state capitol as an intern for Representative Rick Miller. I just graduated in December of 2018 and from the University of Texas at Austin with a poli-sci major. Through my representative's office, they contacted us saying that it was a great event that they had previously gone to before, and so they really recommended it to me and told me I should come. Encontré de este programa en mi oficina de la capital. Cuando me dijeron de este evento, me puse muy impresionada porque creo que es algo muy importante ayudar a la gente aquí en Estados Unidos de la militar, y creo que es algo muy importante también de conocer a la gente de aquí, de Calín, y ayudar a hacer algo un poquito más para ayudar a ellos. Que más me impresiona es que ellos están muy alegres de estar aquí y ayudar a la gente, y no sé, como el corazón de ellos y que están muy fuertes es algo que puedo sentir como tienen algo más de ser. Fue muy difícil, pero me divertí mucho. No sabía cuánto pesaba la uniforme de ellos, es muy pesado, pero me encantó. Creo que todo lo que aprendí hoy de los soldados es que son muy amables la gente aquí y tienen mucho corazón de estar aquí y ayudar al país, y es muy notable.
Gracias. All right.
Mi nombre es Mayra Náñez, M-A-Y-R-A, Náñez, N-A-Ñ-E-Z. Yo soy una oficial de Relaciones Públicas para el Army y para el 11th Signal Brigade. El Día de Legisladores de Texas es sobre traer a los senadores, los representantes y algunos de sus miembros de sus empleados a venir a Fort Hood y a conocer a los soldados, a ver qué es lo que hacen de día a día, las contribuciones que hacen a la comunidad, y para ver qué impacto tienen aquí en el área de Fort Hood y Killeen y en el estado de Texas. Fort Hood es importante para el estado de Texas porque los soldados de Fort Hood contribuyen más de 24 billones de dólares a la economía estatal y a la economía local, que eso se traslada a más dinero para las escuelas, para negocios locales y para la comunidad en general. Es uno de los empleadores más grandes del estado de Texas, y los soldados de aquí pues también contribuyen a la comunidad con horas de... los soldados también contribuyen a la comunidad fuera del trabajo, ya sea como voluntarios o como trabajadores fuera de de su uniforme. Fort Hood contribuye más de 24 billones de dólares a la economía estatal de Texas. Y en adición también es el empleador más grande en un solo local del estado. Okay. Yo creo que la gente debe de tener orgullo en los soldados porque es menos de 1% de la población que está dispuesta a sacrificarse, a sacrificar su tiempo y sus vidas para el beneficio de otros. Y los soldados de Fort Hood son parte de ese porcentaje. Y en adición también son, después de lo que hacen en uniforme, también están dispuestos a ayudar fuera del trabajo en la comunidad, ya sea ayudando a reparar casas o a servicio comunitario. Siempre están haciendo algo.